Greetings, I'm Nana, co-manager of Unity. This is the Anunnaki vlogs. In the Anunnaki vlogs, we tell you how it is, very blunt now. Real Anunnaki say how it is. We normally don't talk that much. Our speech is through thought. That means your mind speaking. Now, we have nothing to do with the elites. The elites are not Anunnaki. They never was. They were never made to be like us in a way that is an advanced being and an evolved conscience. A soul has different ages, different identities. That you can't change. There is many people that pretend to be like us and they're not. Especially elite members where they look like ordinary people trying to do something good, but then as you go and question what their motives are, their agenda, and what they're doing, you know. For example, it could be a spiritual speaker saying you're a galactic federation of worlds, like an emissary or something, and nobody else can be one, can they? But yet you're advertising that we're all individual, all have unique abilities, and we're all going to be a choice between unity or a division, and that the elites are the ones who don't support the unity. That means you're not equal and you don't speak for yourself, and you can't be an emissary because that emissary is only one person on this planet, and only each planet only has one. Like Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars, you know, that kind of thing, the cartoon thing. And it's not true, because how many people on this planet is living or stuck, or one of the damaged goods I call them. Now, those elites can't identify that, and when they come across the ones that are living and the ones who can get themselves out of the stuck position, like repeat in a digital format. The digital format is the matrix people where they don't want to change their story, they want to keep to the dialogue, right? They make cartoons of themselves and feel they look like those characters and how those characters speak to them, but they have no choice, these characters, because these are the cartoons that they're made and saved up for through delusions. What is delusions? Well, basically the ladies can say big whopping fantasies that you can go and research yourself. I see all the critics and skepticism. It's funny, very funny I am at times. I don't mind. You can mock me, take the mick at me, only because those people haven't had the experiences. And when you had experience with the spiritual, these are the physical, living and non-living and stuck. You know the difference between an elite member and somebody who is not one of them. They speak in deceitful tongue, and they don't want you to progress. They will tell you what to say, how to feel, what to do, because they said so. They're an emissary for this planet and nobody else can be, because they said so. And other speakers can support that based on because they're a friend or something, and they'll make the same money together saying the same thing. So that is not physical proof. Even if they've got their own physical evidence of their experiences, not the people who speak to, could have had any experience. They could have physically, just remotely saw a experience, because people have experience where they just remote view, whereas I had physical and remote viewing, because that's how we see things. Advanced communication. I've already seen this timeline, and this is why I say this: the things that can be changed, and the things that can't. And basically, I'm speaking, I'm showing my physical evidence, and these people don't want to progress. They don't want somebody like me to get their spotlight, because I'm saying how it is, and accurately, persistently. The mistakes are not being made, and sometimes I do a spelling mistake or repeat myself or something like that. Maybe I'm not speaking how other people would like me to speak, but that's their problem, not mine. This is my accent, and I come from Norfolk, and Norfolk accents speak like this. We're very blunt, and we all have different personalities. That doesn't mean we're coming like rubbish. I've got a good education. It's mostly in art and creativity. So that's why I paint and draw. But how I paint and draw is an explained phenomenon, as I showed in my videos. And within 60 seconds, I made an animation from scribbling. That just shows that I have that communication. I'm not working on detail, I'm using my thoughts, because I'm a evolved conscience. I've got dual conscience. That means I don't need implants in my body or DNA alternations, because that is something, a trend that people are saying. Now, I don't need that. My soul's ancient. And when you've got an ancient soul, there's an evolved conscience. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to speak multiple languages. You can write Pacific way just to suit everybody's mindset of thinking, no, it's not. My half is, I understand the spiritual, and I can speak to the very complicated ones that everybody's shit scared of, you know. And then also physically let them hold my hand. I do that. I know it's kind of creepy, but that's how they like to say hello to me, because I like that. There's different skin variations, I say. I don't say the greens, the greys, the whites and all that. I find it amusing. Now, if you're defining an advanced species as an animal, right, rather than describing any personality from any evolutionary advanced being, can be a parasite, and they're all equal to be that. Either people who don't have that technology and mindset of understanding, so they can bully any of us, right? Especially if they're sitting proud in their technology and you're down here in the present, right? Now, I'm one of the Galactic Federation members in the future. You can call it Galactic Federation of Worlds or of Lights. That is what people do. They call me the goddess, and that's who I am. And that's why I find it easy to communicate with them. It comes naturally with my abilities.